Greetings, vloggers, bloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty. Today we're going to talk about, um, having the inertia or the motivation to do something different. As an autistic person, I can relate so much with this because sometimes we're so ingrained in our routines and our daily lifestyles of being that we don't want to alter the things that are different. For example, I have moved into my new home, as many know, last year, and so I had still had to get a new routine. When I moved in here, it was towards the beginning of winter, and that became increasingly difficult to access things in the community because we had a second wave of, or second or third wave of COVID in our area that were basically limited services or shut them down to what they were. And as a result, I didn't get to even go to my parents' house for Christmas or Thanksgiving. It was very limited what I could do. I had meals delivered. So I definitely experienced the true shut in COVID holiday experience. Um, as such, I gained weight. You can read more about that on my wellness blog. But as I'm starting to lose weight, I've lost about 20, 30 pounds so far. I'm wanting to get back out into the community and starting to, do things that make me feel good or have a self care, have a self worth aspect to them. So the last few days, the weather has not been so cooperative for walking, as I do a lot with my mother. But so yes, last night I ended up being home and isolating and being solo, and that was hard on me. So when I woke up this morning, I decided to go for a walk to the convenience store. And well, walk to the convenience store is just a walk around the corner. This was a different convenience store that it was about a half a mile or so, or even a mile from my house, and it required going through a pedestrian underpass and across the river. So it did have a great deal of effort to get there. And as I went, questioned, would I make it there? Would I be able? Would I have to turn back because of my inability to move forward? Now, granted, I can walk 2, 3 miles a day, but I just had such insecurity about making it to the convenience store and back. I made it there. I bought a drink, a fountain drink, and I read the morning paper. Once I read it, I whenever I sat in the dining area, read it, and had my drink, and I came home. I had a nice warm shower. That's another motivation of self care, and I truly appreciate showers much more than I ever did, just because they make me feel good and they're a nice way of calming down. But you see, getting out in the community is one thing. Because of pandemic, because of COVID, it was difficult to do that. It's new for me because I'm in a different neighborhood, and it's just that we have to learn how to navigate different things, different nuances, how to do different things. um it's a whole different realm for me. So learning new routines as you're autistic can be difficult at times. Picking up on new things, and I have to commend myself for getting up and doing stuff. I went outside a couple times today just to get out and get some fresh air, and I can see that that's beneficial for anybody. So I feel that fresh air is good. Reading the newspaper outside is good. I like to sit outside and read the newspaper. I'm learning that that's a good thing to do, and be healthy and to get some air, other than recycled air, which is good. So, if anybody who has a challenge or so in doing these efforts, just know that you're not alone, and that within time you'll get it. But just ease into those things because it wasn't always easy for me to leave my home and go do things. And even recently, it wasn't easy to go do those things. I took me a lot of courage to get outside this morning. Sometimes it takes me courage just to leave the neighborhood. It's, not a big town, not a small town, but it's a lot of walking, and that does have a lot of fear and anxiety and driven things. So, yeah. So I'm proud of myself for doing that. But I want to encourage anybody who, is isolated right now and who can at least get out and enjoy the neighborhood without assistance to please do it, because you'll feel so much better. You'll take pride in yourself and your community. You'll love, you'll be happy you went out, even if it was to the convenience store, like I said, or to a restaurant. Something, just doing something is better than nothing, and that's essential, to making sure your mental health recovery is maintainable and recovering. So with that, I thank you, and as always, like, follow, subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and TikTok, and on the web at Dustin'sDynastyUSA.com. Thank you.